Greetings, 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 free people. An Ahuuakhan academic thesis titled True Law and Public Policy, a juridical and ceremonial distinction in sovereign standing. Author Linton-Oneil Dallas, aka Ahuuah. Copyright claim, allodial 2026, all rights reserved. 1. Introduction. The distinction between true law and public policy is foundational to understanding sovereignty in both ceremonial and juridical contexts. Remember, context matters. While law embodies principles rooted in natural law, common law, and treaty authority, public policy represents administrative directives shaped by political expediency. This thesis explores their divergence, implications, and lawful standing. Number 2, defining true law. Natural law, anchored in creation, conscience, and universal order. It is immutable and precedes human institutions. Common law emerges from customs, precedent, and communal recognition. It reflects lived justice and remedy. Treaty authority, formalized agreements between sovereigns binding across nations and generations. Essence, true law is perpetual, transcendent, and binding upon all governments. It affirms rights that cannot be alienated or extinguished. 3. Defined public policy. Nature. Public policy is a construct of statutory governments designed to regulate populations under administrative control. Characteristics: temporal, mutable, and subject to political will. It reflects the priorities of ruling authorities rather than eternal principles. Limitations: public policy lacks universality. It applies only within the jurisdiction of the issuing authority and is often contingent upon shifting political agendas. Essence: public policy is more managerial, not sovereign. Again, public policy is managerial, not sovereign. It governs subjects, not sovereigns. Citizens are usually construed as subjects. 4. Juridical distinction. Now we have dimension, true law, public policy, dimension, source, true law, creation, custom, treaty. Public policy is legislative or executive decree. Scope, true law, universal, perpetual. Public policy scope is local and temporal. Through true law authority is sovereign and inherent. Public policy has no authority, it's only administrative and delegated. Okay, let's put it in its correct context. Public policy authority is administrative and delegated. Delegated means the sovereign man vests his authority and control, or delegate his authority or control, or give his authority or control to a political agency or entity or any one of these politicians. Hence, them have absolutely no fundamental rights. They can only have privileges, what I'm called civil rights, not civil liberties. So these are distinction, these are clarity. Now, juridical distinction, binding force. For true law, it's inalienable rights. For public policy, it's regulatory compliance. This is why you hear the unlearned bloggers out there. Them not try teach you law. Them just tell us that comply and then complain. I don't have a problem with complying in order to secure your existence, because you deal with unlearned state agents. In fact, they are not even state agents. They are policy enforcers operating as commercial vendors once they are not functioning under the constitutional guarantees or the chartered laws. Yeah, man, I'm a commercial vendor out there. And these are the distinction. So when you hear the low IQ blogger, them I tell you, say, comply and then complain. Them now going to tell you how to push forward a proper complaint. Them now going to tell you, say, boy, there is a law there, but these people are unlearned. They'll unalive you and try to get away with it if you no lodge your protest. If your family member not have the information for really pressure these people in their individual capacity, don't just blame the state. This is what I always do. Transfer their liabilities to their state, to the federal area. But you can hold the individual man or woman operating or doing business as whatever. You hold them personally liable. Yeah, man. You know, just leave it up to, hey, because them work for this corporation or company. No, that man is the man who fuck up. I care not which police agency him work for. That's the fucker. I go and get that fucker. And when I get that fucker, I'ma dissect that motherfucker. I'ma split that motherfucker open from the back. Just like how them deal with fish over Port Royal. You ever go over Port Royal to eat fish? You notice them open up them sea creature there from them spinal area. That's how we are deal with some of these imposters, some of these oppressors, some of these colonizers. We got to know, dissect them, yeah man, and eradicate them permanently. And at the same treatment we are got to on a bloodline with, we're going to wipe on our way from this location permanently. And any pussy we feel like gonna get away after on a violate, I think about it. Think about it, man. Judgment. Yeah, man. Judgment. Now, ceremonial role. When it comes on to true law, it's eternal flame of sovereign. That's why we're going, sir. I love what we say. It's not just fire. We have say black acid. Yeah, man. Attached to one like how the ether. Yeah. Attached to everything. So me I carry on upon some higher level in a higher dimension. Subtly. But it's judgment. If them have said the earth before was without form and it was void, totally chaotic, then wanna think, because we present ourselves so proper, because we apply ourselves to self-educate ourselves, meaning we become autodidactic, self-taught. We do that. We not get no outside influence. None of that. It's just organic, it's just natural. But we do it self-application. No boy out there can't take no credit for what we are, for who we have become. None, not one, no group, no organization, not one. And if I'm wrong, listen, man, I'm public out here. Anyone can step up, just bring it to my attention so I can, humble myself and bestow complete gratitude on y'all. But look out there and say, oh, I express anything like what I'm doing, like what I'm expressing, like what I'm presenting. Which one? Remember, we are the dons. Yeah, them say we at the back of the line, the back of the class. We late. That's what them say. However, ask them who is setting the trend. Ask them who bring this paradigm shift. Yeah, man. Ask them why they're still sitting, waiting while we are express the new era. Yeah, man. When you deal with we're gonna show you, say, boy, if you not come under natural law, common law, and treaty authority, you can't enter with the main. It's impossible. These are what you call protocol. These are principles. These are standards. And we are the standard bearer. Whether you unlearned motherfuckers like it or not, mainlanders, you African Americans, I am West Indian. I am he. Yeah, man. Remember, I present the information as a Congress colonize and enslave you publicly, but on live in a delusion, talking outside of your necks, totally terrified to evict that foreign Eurasian Congress from your location. Send the Congress on this island as big as bad as there is with Donald Trump. Send them post there around Jamaica, yes, because we don't have an untidy British parliamentarian with some criminal politician I deal with. But I want to send on a US Congress with some sodomite white people in there and see if we not totally desecrate them location and eradicate them permanently from this Western Hemispheric region with truth. We not forget violent, we truly not forget physical, we just bring truth. Remember, our Indian constitution is the great law of peace. Yeah, man, that exists before the Eurasian invasion and colonization. Most of you West Indian is totally unaware a disinformation. Why is that? Because now claims are now Pan-African. That nonsense. That United Nation nonsense. I am he. Who is it that choose to refute or rebut? Me. Step up. Now I'm a place to invite out there. I have an issue, but then at the notes area, so I'm going to finish this and then I come over and give you a chance to redeem on an unlearned self. Number 5, sovereign implications. True law. True law is the sovereign's functions. The sovereign, again, the sovereigns function under natural law, common law, and treaty authority, standing beyond statutory decrees. Again, let me repeat that. Under holiness and your untidy cabinet and the gatekeeping, that's a compromised area, which would be the area where the judiciaries sit. Specifically, Jamaica Supreme Court area, Chad. Yeah, man. Court Administrative Division. Sir Byron Sykes, Judgment Warrior. Listen carefully. I am he. Sovereign man. I am he. Sovereign in implication. Again, sovereign implication. People, sidebar. Excuse me when I kind of butcher words. Excuse me when I make any kind of error. Excuse me because I not have the speech where most people might find appropriate. I may have a list down, but I kind of work assiduously for, make sure the information flow smoothly and stay appropriately and stay eloquently. So forgive me. Forgive me. Again, forgive me if me I butcher things out here. However, we are sovereign scholar in our own right. Again, who is out there who choose to refute or rebut with, especially in this digital era? Who? Stand down. Now, Sir Byron Sykes, this is the sovereign implications. True law. The sovereign functions under natural law, common law, and treaty authority, standing beyond all statutory decrees. Public policy applies only to those who consent to statutory jurisdiction. It cannot extinguish sovereign identity or rights. Ceremonial affirmation. This is because we are West Indian. Everything we do, we have to include the ceremonial aspect in our it. Culture. We are given a culture. Yeah, man. Sovereignty is affirmed by invoking true law, while public policy is acknowledged only as external regulation. Number 5, or conclusion. The distinction between true law and public policy is not merely academic, but existential. True law affirms sovereignty by birthright, community, and treaty, while public policy reflects the mutable priorities of political governments. Excuse me. To confuse the two is the risk, again, to confuse the two, which is public policy and true law, is to risk subjugation. To distinguish them is to preserve liberty in its totality, permanently on into perpetuity. Now, thesis statement. Listen carefully. Jamaica, so called. True law is eternal and sovereign. Public policy is temporal and administrative. The sovereign must stand under law, not policy. Case closed. Yeah, man. Again, let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable unto thee, Most High, our strength, our power, our Creator, our Redeemer, our Savior. Yeah, man, we do give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, now, positive, and accurate. For that, we do give thanks and praise. Complete gratitude of the free people. Again, we just catalog information accordingly, because we have to express whatever it is we are dealing with publicly. And as transparent as we can be, hey, we are that. But when I give away everything, what we have talk inside here, so yeah, we call it legendary. This are the new era, this are the standard, and we are the standard bearer. Our Indian nation is that flagship for the free and sovereign West Indians. The West Indians have never been conquered. The West Indians have never signed a treaty with any foreign colonizing invader. The West Indians have never submit. I mean, I talk specifically the wild ones. Yeah, man, that's why I must say, Ahuuakhan, stand up. Yeah, man, because you're set apart. You're not just Indian. Yeah, man, you're not just American. No, you are Ahuuakhan. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. May the Most High guide and protect the item in all the item ways and in all the item endeavors and bless the item perpetually. Yeah, man. Complete gratitude for the time, complete gratitude for the presence. Right, and now what, 23 minutes? Yeah, I have enough time for, yeah, put some information. And again, the level here is just a degree or two above where we was. Cause if the item, well, the item were kind of logging into my small area, which is a handful of people. The item should be able to discern that, you know, we kind of step it up a notch, just a little bit. And we have expressed more clarity with authority. When I ask permission, there is no man nor woman exists for come in front we and say we need permission. A guy try that, we have the absolute right and authority to decapitate that unlearned demonic entity, because we can't see it as human. That's why we will decapitate it and dissect it and put it in a Ziploc plastic bag. Yeah, man, so one can see it. Judgment with truth. Remember, you know, we're non-adverse, we're non-belligerent, we are non-combative, but that doesn't mean we don't reserve the right to preserve our existence. Yeah, man. Knowledge over ignorance. Yeah, man. Knowledge over ignorance. Yeah, man. Salute, Sammy Bowler, Britain. Yeah, man. A sovereignty, man. Anywhere you're there. Once you subscribe to the Nestorian King, remember, on Jamaica location, there's a Dallas castle where them a try erase now. Because about 7, 8 years ago, I kind of load it up, send much more information on the internet. Them kind of scrub all of those information where they did it before. Salute Dallas Mountain here on this island. Yeah, man. Salute Dallas Town here on this island. Yeah, man. Cane River area and them little place what them a call St. Thomas. St. Thomas O and St. Thomas where I man exist before all of those nonsense, those colonial foreign British terms. I burn them to the core. Only the Ahuuah can do that lawfully, not no maroon. Truth in this era, a truth that going permeate the earth whether I like it or not. Yeah, man. Nothing to do with me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. Don't fight me. Fight the message. Fight the information. Apply yourself. Unlearned citizens. Go apply yourself. Because I can't talk to you. I belong to foreign people. My information is for the Ahuuakhan, for the West Indian, for the free people, not for the citizens. Yeah, man. So clarity, not for the citizen. I cannot interfere in your affairs. Yeah, man. They will charge me for interfere with interstate commerce. Because I have slave property. Voluntarily, I want to enjoy it, I want to love it. I want to like when I talk this way, I want to get upset as if I care. Try me now, citizens. So I decapitate, and nothing will come out of it. Citizens, subject, citizens. I am sovereign. I am he. Try me. Try me. I know I can't wait to make a brand new history. I mean alone I set records around here. I mean alone I make history around here. But we don't publish it, we don't hide it and keep it secret. I'm not gonna have no problem with it. I'll wait until later when I write books about I and if you print it and teach it to a little people then we're gonna come up later. Because them now come up as no dons like we have now. Them a come upon that this kind of tutelage, bold and brave, wild and free, and not take no talk from nobody, not ignorance. Yeah, man. Knowledge, accurate knowledge, them youth you go push. Not the bullshit, colonized bullshit, what them parents get. No more. We have to change it. This is why we claim Ahuuakhan. I'm on a Jamaican. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. Anyway, again, I don't know how we stay. Jamaica's #1 comedian. That's me. And again, the world's in this new era #1 philosopher. Yeah, man. Me bring paradigm shift. I make whenever I speak, I have to find all kind of dictionaries, all kind of lexions. Yeah, just forget a little bit of clarity. All when me I bring it to you, so simply. Yeah, man. But I saw it go, when you're a trendsetter, you have to really, provide the area so the item can attain clarity. Very important. Context really matters. Very important. Anyway, salute out there. Complete gratitude.